Every few years, a report comes out that quietly embarrasses the rest of the world. UNICEF studies the well-being of children across the richest countries on Earth. Health, safety, skills, happiness. And again, one small country lands at the very top. The Netherlands. In the most recent report, Dutch children ranked #1 for mental health. Not the wealthiest kids, not the hardest working, not the highest test scores. The happiest, the most content, the most secure. So everyone asks the same question: what's the secret? Is it the bikes? The chocolate sprinkles on toast? The flat, drizzly little country itself? The honest answer is stranger than any single trick. Dutch kids aren't happiest because of one thing. They're happiest because of something most countries have quietly traded away.
Part 1. What happiest actually means. First, let's be clear about what that ranking even measures. This isn't a vibe, it's measured. Researchers look at life satisfaction, mental health, relationships, and how safe and supported children feel. And the Netherlands doesn't just squeak in. In one form or another, it has topped these rankings for well over a decade. Meet Sanne again. She's 10. By most global standards, her life looks almost suspiciously calm. Little homework pressure, lots of free time, a short, unhurried day. But the thing that makes her childhood unusual isn't what she has, it's who she has.
Part 2. The real secret. Relationships.
When one researcher dug into why Dutch kids score so high, she found something surprisingly simple. It wasn't money. It wasn't even the schools. It was relationships. Dutch children report unusually strong support from parents, from friends, from teachers, from classmates. They feel connected. They feel backed. Think about what that does. A child can survive a bad grade, a lost game, a hard day, if they feel surrounded by people who have their back. Connection is the safety net under everything else. And the Dutch build that net early, in the most ordinary moments. The family that won't start dinner until everyone is seated. The breakfast eaten together almost every single morning, more than almost anywhere on Earth. These look like small routines. They're actually the foundation.
Part 3. The freedom to just be a kid. The second ingredient is time. Unstructured, unsupervised, gloriously ordinary time. In much of the world, childhood has quietly become a schedule, tutoring, enrichment, practice, performance. Dutch parents lean the other way. They protect something that sounds almost old-fashioned, the right of a child to just be a child. Sanne bikes to a friend's house on her own, plays outside in the rain, has whole afternoons with nothing planned at all, and that nothing is doing something. Free play is where kids learn to negotiate, invent, fail, recover, and figure out who they are. The Dutch even went further recently. Many schools banned phones from the classroom to protect attention and real face-to-face connection. It's the same instinct over and over. Protect the childhood, not just the resume.
Part 4. Happy parents, happy kids. But you can't explain happy Dutch children without happy Dutch adults. The Netherlands is consistently one of the happiest countries in the world for grown-ups too. A huge part of that is balance. The Dutch are famous for part-time work and some of the shortest working weeks on Earth, which means more parents are simply around, present at dinner, present after school, just present. And underneath it all sits something deeper: equality. The Netherlands ranks high on gender equality, and researchers find that in more equal societies, both boys and girls grow up happier. More equality, more support. Less pressure. It turns out children are downstream of the entire society they grow up in.
Part 5. But is it too good to be true?
Now, honesty time, because no country is a paradise.
Happiest in the world is a headline, and headlines flatten things. These rankings lean partly on what kids say about themselves, and culture shapes that. A society that prizes being fine and not complaining may simply report higher. And even in the Netherlands, the picture is shifting. Teen mental health has wobbled in recent years. Social media pressure is real, and quiet worries about academic stress are creeping back in. So this isn't a flawless utopia to copy and paste. But notice, even with every caveat, what keeps the Dutch near the top isn't a clever policy or a magic app. It's connection, freedom, balance, equality, the unglamorous fundamentals.
So why do Dutch kids rank among the happiest in the world? Not because of bikes or sprinkles or luck, but because a whole society quietly agreed on something. That a good childhood is measured in relationships and freedom, not in achievements and hours. Most of the world is busy optimizing children. Faster, sharper, more impressive. The Dutch are mostly just letting them grow. Surrounded by people who care, with time and space to be themselves. Which leaves the rest of us with one quiet, uncomfortable question. In trying so hard to give our kids a better future, have we forgotten to give them a childhood?